Good afternoon, this is Colton with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar doing a digital roof inspection here for a homeowner out in Ramona. We got a one-story gabled roof here, and first thing we like to do on these roof inspections is start at the eaves of the house. We like to inspect the eaves for wood rot, wood damage. We can see the starter board or plywood right there. We can see the rafter tail coming out and the fascia board right there. We can see in this area, we always see wood rot start on the edges of the roof, and we can see wood rot starting to happen right here, and then additionally in that fascia board right here. Now, wood rot is something that happens over time, and it's part of a roofing project. All wood rot is actually replaced with fresh wood. Now, this is only in a tear-off project where you tear off the shingles and then put on new shingles, because then you have access to the damaged wood. Well, if you were to do an overlay project, well, then you would just put shingles on top of this roof and you wouldn't actually get to replace any of the damaged wood that needs to be replaced. Overlays can only be done when there is one layer of shingles on this roof. Now, I can tell right here that there is actually only one layer of shingles because we can actually see the plywood underneath there. We have a drip edge right here, meaning that this 3-tab shingle was probably replaced within the last 25 years, because this is required by building code within the last 25 years. So a single layer 3-tab asphalt shingle, we can see that what shingles do when they start to degrade and get at their end of their life expectancy, you start to see fiberglass show through here. So we see severe fiberglass showing through on this roof, and most likely if we get on this roof, we can see the granule buildup in the actual gutters. Over time, they'll build up in the gutters because they'll roll down to there. Two big roof plans on this roof. We see ventilation right now is with the whirlybirds. We actually replaced those with a low profile O'Hagan vent. An O'Hagan vent is more low profile. It blends into the roof. It doesn't have any moving parts, so not prone to mechanical issues. We'd actually add ventilation to this roof. We'd add probably 3 on this side and 3 on this side to give the attic more breathing room, rather than just the 3 whirlybirds. This section is where we looked at that wood rot. We can see why it's occurring. We can see the shingles flapping up and the exposed nails right there. Sewer tubes right here. All flashings around these, flashings, I mean metal flashings that surround it, are replaced. Additionally, we can see a stove right here. All of these penetrations are going to be spray painted to match the color of the roof. It's a good aesthetic piece, and we can see the shininess kind of showing through right here of the fiberglass loss. So additionally, if we're looking at this flat section right here, we can see it's severely past its life expectancy because we see the torch down material actually bubbling up. Now, testing for sturdybility for me to stand on it, we're actually not even seeing the proper seam connection between this right here. So we can actually see there's no bleed out in these seams. There's just fiberglass showing through underneath. Yeah, and we can see in sections like this, it's actually peeling up from the side, which meaning that water can just get directly underneath these seams. This flat section, unfortunately, we can't do an overlay process. We need to tear this up. It's too deteriorated with the bubbling that's going on. We also need to get this product out. It's inferior, and we need to do a new TPO roofing system. We can see exposed nails along the edge of this whole roof, meaning that water has a direct access to the middle of the wood. So we can see a section like this right here where it's actually concaved in. Well, there's more than likely a piece of plywood that I could probably fall through with it that needs to be replaced. All the granules in there as well. So recommendation on this roof professionally, I'd professionally recommend a tear off. We need to get this wood down to the wood decking or replace any damaged wood. That's key. But you know, if we were looking for maybe a more economical option, we would do a overlay, and we will give options for both. Thank you.